Okay, up here in New Portland, Maine, and we're putting some stone vinyl siding on. I've got most of it done. There's a lot of notching and cutting going on around because it's an old camp and you're trying to match what you got to some new stuff here. So I'll show you what we got going here. All right, this is the back side of the camp, and you can see up top we got some cedar shingles, and down below we're putting that stone vinyl siding, and this is what we got to match up with. We're not going to do any repairs on that, but anyway, you can see we got to get a piece of trim up top, which is going to be 3/4. It's going to match the trim we got going around. It's just AZEK, just a little narrower, but the problem is it varies by about a ½ inch up and down. So each piece I'm putting on, I got to cut a 3/4 inch piece and just kind of trace it and then cut it separately. Okay, so now we'll take that 3/4 inch and see if that last cut did it. God damn it. Every fucking time. All right, I'm getting ready to run the corners here, but I was able to run a starter strip on this side, but not on this side because I had to start from the bottom over here and ended up having to rip that bottom to match the nail and strip coming up on the other side there. So I'm just going to run a very short piece of starter strip right here to catch the corner pieces. Okay, I got the first corner on. Had to do a little notching because 2.5 was a little bit tight, so you could probably read the instructions like I didn't do and make it 2 3/4 or 3. But the next one slips on pretty good. Drops into that track there. And that is what, so the last one I'll have to cut and then nail it. But this is what I had to do up here because I went back 2.5. Tiny little notch there and a little notch there, and then I had to notch both of those there. So just tweaked it a little bit, but it actually gives a little better coverage at 2.5. So that's what I would do it at. All right, there's 2 of the corners in. And like I said, I'm gonna have to cut that top one, but what I found with these is when you're dropping that second corner in, push it down real hard. It's got to click to go in, or it's going to be just kind of flopping around there. So just double check and make sure you got that thing in there tight. Just give it a good push down until it clicks. All right, to finish out this wall here, I'm just going to rip down that AZEK to 3/4 and run that on the top. And on this side, it's not getting AZEK on the top. It's just getting some drip cap all the way down under that T111. And I got one other small end to do down there. On these strips here, this 3/4 inch strip, I usually run a 45-degree miter and lays in there a little better and cleaner. All right, so that wall's about done. When I put it up there, it just flopped right into the wall, so I'm hoping those 2 pieces of 3/4 inch AZEK will give it a little bit of back in there. And that's gonna work. I just ran a couple of small screws right in there. Drip cap's coming down over. All right, so we got 2 sides done except for the drip cap, and this will be the last piece to get done. Okay, I followed the framing on the house here, but as you can see, I had to recut it because this wall here, or this piece of plywood here, it's a little bit out of plumb, so you just can't assume everything's going to be plumb. So I had to go back and knock off about 3/4 on it. All right, for that short piece going into the corner, I just put the whole thing on, but measured back about 2 3/4 this time. Put the whole piece on, just marked it, and I can plumb down from there. All right, that's it. Pretty much wrapped up here, cleaned up, and got the drip cap on all the way down there, and all the trim boards, corner boards, and that's it.